everyone. Welcome to the RIPE sessions. This is the first podcast from Gravitas Recruitment Group, where we're having conversations with senior professional figures in the industries and companies we support. And today we are speaking to someone in the insurance industry. As a brief introduction, my name is Dietrich Yap. I'm an associate director based in Gravitas' Singapore office. And I've been very fortunate to be based in Asia for the last 9 years, living and working in Hong Kong and more recently Singapore. As a backdrop, we were looking for a theme for these podcasts and decided to call them the RIPE sessions, which is a play on words, play on letters, but their core conversation thread is based around the core values of the Gravitas company. They include respect, integrity, passion, and excellence, hence RIPE. These are our core values, obviously, but they may have different meanings for different companies and people. And we thought this could be a really good way in engaging conversation and finding out what they might mean to other people, if anything at all, and how they were still important. Today, I am very, very fortunate to be speaking to a very impressive individual and someone I'm really happy said yes to our first podcast. Today, I am speaking to Sabrina Ong, who is based in Hong Kong and an insurance industry expert. Hello, Sabrina.
Hi, Dietrich. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Great.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
No, thank you very much for saying yes. Thank you very much. Would you mind, Sabrina, introducing yourself?
Sure, I'll be glad to. Hi, I'm Sabrina Ong, Malaysian, based in Hong Kong currently. I'm always in insurance industry. Manulife is my third company. I'm with Prudential, AIA, and now with Manulife. Always in distributions, learning and development. Move a couple of countries a little bit, yeah, but now in Hong Kong.
I think you're being very, very modest, Sabrina. You have been in the insurance industry quite a while. You've worked on a lot of L&D initiatives across China, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Taiwan, Cambodia, and you speak 5 languages, if I recall.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And also, you've got the accolade of winning the inaugural winner of the Young Executive of the Year in 2019, when you were at AIA, Indonesia, at the Asia Trusted Life Agents and Advisors Award, which was in the recognition of setting up companies' business in Cambodia with the country's first full-time professional agency force, focusing on protection solutions and development of local executive talent. Also, you're an NLP certified trainer, you're a professional coach, you're a corporate financial consultant as well. Very impressive. Where do you get so much time to do all these things?
Yeah, I guess that's the benefit of being in an L&D role where you actually get to learn and get to share what you learn and you get to grow from it because what you learn, you share, and of course you will grow from it.
Great. Thank you. If you don't mind, we'll jump in, I guess, to the questions that are based around the theme of these podcasts, and I guess in no particular order. I'll start with excellence. I know you. I know your background, and obviously you've shown excellence and still ongoing achievement in your career and your work for prestigious organizations. You mentioned AIA, Prudential, now Manulife. But if I were to ask you, what does excellence look like for you in your professional career?
I guess excellent is being better every day. If you can look at always look for way to improve at least 1% every day, uh, and and look for every time when you do for things, always look for new way, always strive to be better than you were, find new way, new initiative, new outcome, new processes. I guess it's just the mindset of continuous improvement, and that is an attitude of excellence.
So this continuous improvement, it sounds like continuous change. Are you not afraid of change or doing things differently?
I think change is excellent.
Yeah.
Change created opportunities. Of course, we will usually get a little bit nervous and anxious as changes happen, and that's because we do not have a clarity of what's going to happen.
Hmm.
But if you trust the process and you know that you will always give your best, I guess every outcome will always be best.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, change itself, it's actually not that scary. It's not knowing what happened that it's, causing everyone to kind of pull back from changing.
Yeah. You know. And what about the measurement of excellence? Obviously, I can see there's that constant evolution that's happening, but how do you measure it? What in yourself, and I guess more importantly, how do you maintain it? Because you can reach a great level, but how do you keep at that level?
I guess for me, how do I measure success? Um, Maybe two parts, personally and also in terms of professionally. Personally, when I look at excellence, I look at the impact and the lives that I can touch for every organizations, every market, or every countries that I live in before.
Hmm.
I look at how many friends I get to know, how many people that I get to interact with,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, when I leave the markets or leave the countries or even the organizations, how many of them do I still get to keep in touch as friends? And the relationship that it's built, the trusting relationship, and I guess that is how I measure success for me personally.
Hmm.
In terms of professionally, I look at the impact that I would be able to contribute. I always love learning new things, doing new stuff, creating new ideas, new processes for the organizations. And for every organizations that I've been with, I look back and I look at the impact that I have created, or the contributions that I get to be part of. That itself give me a great sense of satisfactions.
Okay, that's fantastic. And I know from the countries you worked, obviously you've been very successful in what you're doing. Um, but over these years, you have worked for many years in the same industry, the insurance industry, and received accolades. And now you are assuming very senior regional positions. I assume you must be extremely passionate about what you've done, especially maybe initiatives on the L&D side, and you're passionate about what you're doing now. Where does this passion come from? And why is L&D why is L&D why are you so passionate about the L&D sort of part of the business?
Yeah, I guess that's how I started in insurance in L&D was is actually by accident. My sister, my brothers are all in life insurance business and they're with agency side.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, and after I graduated from university and I was looking for first job. And the feedback that he gave, oh, come and join life insurance business, and you get to travel the world when you hit your, yeah, that's how I,
That's what got you, right?
yes, that's how I got in.
Okay.
And during that time, I happened my first insurance company, Prudential, was looking for trainers,
Yeah.
and because of that, I got in. But as soon as I get to know the role a little bit better, and until now, I guess it started for a very selfish reason because being in training,
Hmm.
I will always be the first one who get to learn new things because I
Okay.
need to train them afterwards.
Okay.
Uh, so for that reason, I say that wow, this is the best place because every new learning opportunities, I get to be the first to experience it.
Hmm.
And being a trainers and being L&D, it means that the company will always invest in you, invest in your learning.
Hmm.
And not only that, you get to practice by sharing with others, where when you train the others of doing about the learning. So not only I get to learn and being trained, I get to practice it by training others. And when I grow from doing that, um, I will end up always getting better opportunities. Of course, increments and bonus will come along the way. So
Yeah,
it's
sure.
the best career. I
I
wouldn't
guess
ask for more.
you've kind of answered my next question was why are you passionate about L&D? But it's that constant learning, and there's nothing wrong about being selfish from that viewpoint, but it's that ongoing, going back to that ongoing change and ongoing redevelopment. Um, how do you maintain that passion in your professional life? It's great to learn, and it's always great to expand, but this passion, how do you keep it going?
I guess just always stay curious. Always want to know more. Keep learning. And every individuals that you came across different industry, different level, different job scope, and everybody will bring with them some new knowledge, new experiences that I myself may not have heard about or experienced. And through the interaction with them or through modeling, I get to learn and grow. So that's how I always say that, yeah, let's try anything new. I'll say, yes, let's try it.
Listen, your passion is it's very infectious. It sounds like you enjoy what you do,
Yes, I do.
but I'd assume you've got a supportive team around you. You've got regional roles. Your team are obviously spread around the region. How do you identify passionate people? How do you find them, and how do you take them along with your journey with you?
I guess through interaction with them, I one thing I noticed that passionate people are always full of energy
Mm-hmm.
and they will always look for positive things in every situations. And you can hand you can hand them a task and
Yeah,
they'll put in 100% of what they have. I guess you can recognize that the passions, the energies, and I always look for that in the people that I work with.
yeah.
And if I need to hire a team members, I'll look for people with that attitudes. It's okay if they may not have 100% the capabilities of experience to handle the current role, but if they are able to demonstrate the passions to learn, the attitudes to always give their best, eventually they will grow to the role or to the positions that you hire them for.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, that's excellent. Moving on to, I guess, the next value, and this is something that maybe divides people. The word respect. It's a key value at Gravitas, both internally and externally.
Mhm.
But what does respect mean to you?
Respect to me, it's very simple. It means treat others the way you want to be treated. If you want people to be kind to you, you need to first be kind to others, and always know that everyone have their strengths and weaknesses,
Mm-hmm.
and there's really no one that is more superior than the other. Everyone is equal, and that itself is respect.
Okay, okay, and and I guess when working with a team, when working with your peers, working with internal stakeholders, how do you gain respect from people, or is it still important to you?
It is important. I guess mutual respect is important
Mhm.
because as a team, I will never be able to deliver everything on my own. I will definitely need team members. There are things that I will not be able to do, but others are good at. And through mutual respect and knowing that each and every one of us have an important part to play to deliver the business goal, with that, we need to trust and respect each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Oh, understood. And I guess going back to that team sort of like mentality, that when managing a team, there's no doubt that the integrity of yourself and your team is essential for a happy and I guess, ultimately successful team. So I'm going to pose two questions for you based around integrity.
Mhm.
Um, are there any tips in how you build a team with integrity as a value? And also, sorry, and if you identify any lack of integrity in the team, how do you deal with it?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question. The second one, it will not be an easy
Yeah.
questions to answer, but let me take the easy one first.
Sure.
I guess how do you build integrity among team members? Did I get it right?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess the first thing first to start with respect and knowing that the trust that you put on others. And I think if with my team member, I always kind of set a few mutual understanding. I'll say that yes, this will be okay for the team,
Mm,
and this will mean no, it will not to do this. But as long as you do not cross the baseline, you're okay. And all of us adult, and no one like to be managed like children. So you are free and empowered to work within the scope that you're being assigned. And we know that everyone is contributing to the business. Um, so once we set a timeline, we know that we all need to contribute and make sure that we are able to complete the task within the timeline. If by any chance that you know you're not going to meet that timeline, please do not stay quiet until it's overdue.
sure.
Let us know upfront. No right, no wrong. We will all come in together and look at how we can solve it together. Because sometimes, yes, we set the timeline, but there are circumstances that causes things happen. We may not be able to meet that deadline. So let's throw it out. Let's table it for discussions. Do not hide any mistake. Do not hide any problem. Let's be very, very transparent about the expectations, what is good, what is not okay for the team. I guess all these expectations need to be set up front, and then people know their boundaries and
Yeah.
they can be very, very truthful and transparent about that.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So very much as a collective approach.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I guess that need to be established from the very, very beginning,
Yeah.
and that will form a very cohesive team. Come back to the second questions.
Yes.
Yeah, so what if there's someone in the team who breaches that mutual understanding?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy conversations to have, but I guess at the end of the day, first and foremost, you always have to assume that whatever happened, everybody is having a positive intention behind it. Nobody is going to intentionally want to harm someone or
Yeah.
trying to be bad.
Sure.
You just have to understand that everybody is having pure intention or positive intention. Then there might be a reason behind it.
Yeah.
So, for instance, maybe this person, in terms of personal value, personal directions, or personal goal, may not be aligned with the team goal, may not be aligned with the organization's goal, may not be aligned with the supervisor goal, supervisor way of doing things.
Hmm.
Then I guess a very open and transparent conversations need to happen.
Hmm.
I think it happened before. I need to manage a underperformers when I was with Indonesia team. It wasn't an easy conversation, but I do remember telling him, "Look, I think you're very capable and you're very knowledgeable in terms of the area that your area of expertise. But we have a team here and we have a mutual understanding. This
Yeah.
is our agreement that every time when everybody is doing their best to deliver the result, you seems to do otherwise. Maybe whatever that you aim for in terms of your personal goal, it does not align with this. I said, look, this is not going to work for both of us. It's not going to work for me because we need to deliver the business numbers and business goal. And it's
Sure.
not going to be good for you because going like this will mean that your performance appraisal will not be good. And that
Yeah.
means that increments, bonuses will not be good as well. So yeah, let's be very transparent.
Sure.
Can we still do something about it? If it's not, maybe I really told him that. I say maybe it's time for you to look for another places that will suit you better. And let me know if you need recommendations, if you need a referral, I'll be happy to do it.
Sure.
But yeah, let's think about it. If there's still something we can work towards, let's have these conversations. But if you find that nope, this is not going to work for you, I would really recommend that you look for a job or organization that will suit you better.
Sure. Hopefully that situation worked out in the best way for all parties.
Yes, it is. So it did. In fact, I think up to today, I still have contact with him. So
Great.
he found another organizations that he was happy with,
Okay.
and he was very, very grateful for that conversations as well.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, Sabrina. I guess I've covered our values with regard to Gravitas, but is there any value yourself that we haven't mentioned that you hold in high regard, or it's
Mm,
important for people you work with or companies?
yes, for me, I guess the value of being truthful, which is very much integrity that you have covered.
Yeah,
Um, it's very, very important to me because I'm very simple-minded. I want to keep things very, very
me too.
simple. Yeah, I want to keep things very, very simple, and therefore I say always tell the truth so that you don't have to remember anything that you have said. Um, yeah, that's easy, right?
Yeah,
If I'm not telling the truth means for every lie that I told, then I need to keep thinking of another reason to cover that up.
yes, I
So,
know. Sometimes easier said than done, I suppose. Um, okay, that's fantastic. We've come to the end of the first Gravitas Ripe Sessions podcast. Sabrina, I can only say thank you very, very much. I really enjoyed speaking to you and appreciate you taking the time out of your day. I know it's always busy for Gravitas. Thank you very much.
my pleasure. Really, thank
Okay,
you very much for the invitations. I enjoy the conversations.
thanks. My name is Dietrich Yap, and we will be back again soon for the next installment of the Ripe Interviews. Thank you, and hopefully see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.